what I'm thinking, I think it depends on each matchup what I'll do. Versus Terran, I'm probably gonna go Disruptors initially and then high Templars. Ooh, 5.5k. Versus Zerg. Now this is a tricky one. So versus Zerg, I think I'm gonna go Colossus Void Ray if they have Hydras. Now, one thing I want to say is the Zerg Lord, thank you so much for your host. Hope you had a great stream. Thank you, thank you. Now, I want to say something. The series right now is not only Void Rays. So the focus will be Void Rays. I will still mass Void Rays. But I am allowed to build other units. Now, I'm not going to build, you know, one Void Ray and 50 charge lots or something like that. But I am allowed to build charge lots. I'm allowed to build Colossus. But I will try to stick to just Void Rays and AoE units. Because I think that will give it the little oomph that it needs.
Place that in a power field. You have not enough minerals.
Because I think I've noticed this in other series, mainly Infestor series. That's why Infestor series, why it took so long. Like the game, some of the games we've had were really good in that series, but after a while, the series became stale for me to play because it was just like, okay, let's try to survive till like 20 plus minutes, so then we can have a good game. And initially, it was just like trying to defend all kinds of cheeses and pushes while getting to Infestors, which initially was actually a lot of fun. But, you know, when you eventually do it like bajillion times, it becomes like, alright, dude. And that sometimes happens with, or to me at least, I don't know how it is for you guys to watch, but sometimes for me it becomes a little stale, depending on which unit is being masked. For example, Marines wasn't stale for me because it's action-packed every game, and I feel like if I play really well, I can win. But with some of the units that are a little bit yikes, it feels that sometimes I play really well, but it just, you know, get wrecked. Which is, again, why I want to mix it up, and why, you know, I've always said, if I'm having fun, you guys are more likely to have fun too. No one wants to watch a, you know, a boring ass stream where streamers like,
the firstborn shall persevere.
You know, super duper quiet, no memes. So we're about to change that. Like I said, I'll still open Void Rays. I'll still mass Void Rays. We're just gonna be adding some of the juicy AoE.
Yes, Executor.
Now, versus Zerg.
You have not enough minerals.
Ire, give us your command. Yes, Executor. We swear. Combat not.
Now, versus Zerg. I do want to build a sentry, because if the Zerg is going... I didn't see where the Overlord went, which is kind of yikes. If the Zerg is going for Hydras, I think I'm going to go Colossus. But if the Zerg is going for... what are they called? Corruptors, then I kind of have to make more Void Rays and tech into Storm, perhaps? I have no idea where the Overlord went, by the way. There's one. I don't know if that's the one.
Phase crystal.
Let's hope it is.
Yes, Executor.
Phase crystal charged. Channel the light of iron. Zaknaku Afari. Phase. We're at full power.
Dude, what the fuck? I was gonna hallucinate. What's it called?
Channel.
Phoenix, but I kinda have to keep my energy.
Phase crystals charged.
He really committed to Lynx, but he can still go both Hydra and Disruptors from here.
Prismatic core. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough.
Oh, I have to figure out the economy, by the way. How many, like, how many Stargates I can support, how many Colossus, and so on and so forth.
Phase crystals charged. Cas.
Okay, he's going Hydras, that's perfect. If he was going Corruptors here, I would just literally add more Stargates.
Phase crystals charged.
That's it.
Mineral field. Phase crystals charged. Upgrade complete. Channel the light. Zaknaku up. This vessel charged. Calibrating void lens. You require your probes are under attack. Research mineral field depleted. Cas. We are at full. This vessel shall engage.
I'm gonna have to take this base. I wanted to take the high ground base. I don't think I can.
Mineral field depleted. You require more Vespine gas. Channel Zaknaku Afal. You require more Vespine gas. Phase crystal.
Where did his army go?
You require more Vespine gas. You require.
Oh, he's going this side. Wait, whoa.
Annihilation commencing. Channel. Zack. Phase. Zack. Phase crystal. Channel. Zaknaku Afal. Phase crystal charge. Channel the light of Zack. Discuss. Paradox. Phase crystal charge. Channel the light of iron. This vessel. We are channel. Fate.
Your probes are under attack.
I did not micro that well.
Channel the light of iron. We are at full power. Calibrate void.
Mineral field.
This vessel shall. This vessel. Channel the light of
Also, my
Channel
wall.
the light of iron. Phase. This. Channel the light of ice. Zack. Channel the light of iron.
I think getting Storm would be so much easier.
Channel the light of iron. Process. This vessel shall advantage. Paradakura.
It's funny, this looks harder than just Void Rays because it's my first time trying it.
Zack Naku Apal.
Okay, his whole army's there.
We are at full power. Dramatic core.
You have not enough minerals.
Calibrate core. Channel. We are at.
You have not enough minerals.
Channel. This vessel shall advantage. This vessel. Fate. We are at. Zack Naku. We are at full power. Phase crystal charge.
I need to research Warp Kit.
We are at
Upgrade complete.
I heard Warp Kit's really good.
Zack Naku. Phase crystal charged.
Mineral field.
Yikes, I actually have nothing against Minos.
This vessel shall advantage.
Research complete.
We are at full power.
Mineral field.
Channel the light of light.
I don't know, I didn't like the Colossus at all. I think that if you make Colossus, you can't really micro too well versus Hydras. Like, you can't kite micro because the Colossus, unless they have, or not Colossus, sorry, Void Rays, unless you have Void Ray speed, you can't stutter step. But even if you stutter step, they move at different speeds, so you just can't do it. I think I should just go Mothership and Storm. I think that'd be way better. Yeah, I think even Disruptors would be better, to be honest, than Colossus. Is eBay block good in TVP? It's viable. I don't know if I would call it good or bad. You can do it. It's like 12 pull. Is it good? I mean, it can work. Okay, this is the real test. 5.7k. That other guy was a casual gamer. This guy's a professional gamer. I remember this guy loves Olenek. Okay. I made a mistake of making Colossus, guys. I think versus Terran, maybe like making 2-3 Colossus isn't bad, by the way, but like instant transition into Storm. And I think instead of going 3 Stargates, I should probably go 2 Stargates and 1 Robo, or like 3 Gates Storm or something like that. I gotta adjust. Adjust and readjust. Like the Colossus are good against Hydras, they just don't work well with Void Rays, I think. Because of the movement and attack speeds and everything else, pretty much. Pretty much, but we'll see now. Hey Beastie, it's been a long time. Hey, how you doing, girl? Hope you're doing well. Now it's like, even though it's pretty much making Void Rays and, you know, it's adding AoE units is obviously better, I gotta figure out builds, I gotta figure out how to play exactly, when to transition, when to do this, when to do that. And, you know, that might take a bit. I think I should also start getting Warp Gate.
Give us your command.
On the beginning of each game. Because having an extra warp in, even if it's off of 1 gate, is a pretty good skill to have.
Where shall we march?
And it's gonna help in the long run.
The firstborn shall persevere. It shall be done.
Okay. Now this is gonna give me a lot safer third bases. Getting the second gate and warp gate, which, you know, it's pretty good.
Where shall we?
Voiders are gonna be pretty good for defense in general. I'm gonna fake an Oracle.
You have not enough minerals.
There we go.
Yes.
So now what I want to do is get a third.
Let your will be heard.
Research complete.
Combat awaits. Faith or fear.
This vessel shall.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Thanks to the Beast for the content. Keep it up. Nearly G and Void.
You have not enough minerals.
Okay, I'm getting +1.
Channel.
Another Stargate. I think this is the future, boys. This is how we do it.
Channel the light of ice.
We get bacon. The juicy fleet bacon.
We stand as one. Orange is
Like, I don't want to rush AoE. That was another mistake I did last game. I rushed AoE too fast. Like, what do I need Colossus that fast? I didn't have enough Void Rays to support it. Wow, he's going to Hive already?
Yes.
This vessel shall obey. We are at full power.
You have not enough minerals.
We serve with pride.
Dude, he is just mass droning.
Like the fire.
He literally has 0 units, by the way. Actually, 0 units.
You must place that in a...
It's
Base. We are at
yes. The glorious battle.
this vessel shall obey. We are at full power. This vessel shall engage. Synchronizing. Annihilation commencing. Zak Naku Abba. Channel the light of Io. Systems at full. Cast our show. Channel the light of Io. Fate's crystal charged. Zak Naku Abba.
What is his plan? It's so weird.
This vessel shall engage.
You have not...
Zak Naku Abba. Channel the light of Io. We are at full. Channel the light of Io. This vessel shall engage.
Research.
Prismatic core.
Mineral research complete.
We embrace the glory of battle.
You require more destined gas.
This vessel. We stand as one. Calibrate void lenses.
Mineral field depleted.
Channel the light of Io. Annihilate.
Not enough minerals. You require more destined gas. You have not enough.
I need Mothership.
You require more Vespine gas. You must place that.
vessel shall imitate. Our shard. Phase crystals charged. Channel the light of iron. Calibrate.
We're videoing again.
We are at full. Paradise. We face.
Oh no, I lost so many waters.
Require more Vespene gas.
Just. We are my. This vessel shall be our armies are as one. Zaksa,
Do I see that or storm?
channel the light of iron. Channel the light of iron.
You have not enough minerals.
Undercool the rock. Our eyes are friendship. Prismatic beams of light. Annihilation commencing. Channel. Phase. This vessel shall stay. Zak Naku Afal. We are at full power. Channel the light of Io. We stand. We phase. This vessel shall remain. Channel.
You have not been.
Prismatic core online. We are at full power. Systems at full.
You have not. You require more Vespene gas. Mineral field depleted.
Try hard mode engaged. Need more stargates.
Phase crystal. Command. Channel the light of Io. Undercool. We stand as one.
You have not enough minerals.
Ooh, I'm gonna get that army. His Vipers are really out of position.
My chop. We are at full power.
Unacceptable command.
In unity, there is strength. Our eyes. Crystals charged. Zak Naku. We are at full power. Might.
Kinala
Prismatic core online. Zak Naku. We are light of the cup.
Vespene geyser exhausted. Upgrade complete.
Our meditation. This vessel shall This vessel shall
Unacceptable command. We are next. You must place that in a power field.
You can yoink my mothership.
channel the light device. Base crystals charged.
Upgrade complete.
Our shell.
Mineral field.
This vessel shall
Mineral field depleted.
channel the annihilate. We yield. Channel the light. Phase crystals charged. Zakinaku Afari.
You must place that in a
This vessel shall it. It could not. Channel the light device. Zakinaku Afari. This vessel shall. We shall. This vessel, we are at full. This vessel shall avenge.
unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply.
Lock these and incinerate. We are
My charge. Thus I serve.
Mineral field.
How do I push?
Upgrade complete. Beastyqt geyser exhausted.
channel. This vessel,
We are focused.
Paradactyl. Fire and will. We are at full power. We face.
Our power is under attack.
crystals charged. Zak Naku up. Channel the light divided.
Thus,
This vessel. Phase crystal charged. You have no power. Dog attack. The light divided. Phase crystals charged.
Mineral field. Base is under attack.
Zak Naku.
Unacceptable command. We are an excellent supply.
Dog.
Your probes are under attack.
Phase crystals charged. Paradox. We are at full power. Zak Naku above.
Unacceptable command. We are. You have not enough minerals.
we shall stand against the darkness.
Upgrade complete.
My
Guide us.
This vessel shall defend. Channel the light. Phase crystal charged.
we are light of the power. We are focused.
Channel the light divided.
We
This vessel. Zak channel. Just we are at power. Channel the light divided. This vessel. Channel the light divided. We are at Zak. This we are at channel the light divided.
our minds are as one. We my charge.
We are at full power. Channel the light divided.
We my charge.
We are channel.
Un my we's. We shall stand against the darkness.
This vessel shall defend.
We are our minds are as one.
Dude, Zerg spellcasters are just fucking doom with this game. Like, there's nothing that beats Zerg spellcasters.
Channel phase.
Fucking hell. Like, 5 infestors and 5 vipers hold my whole army.
Our shell.
Our pylon is under
Amazing. Thank you, Blizzard.
Our mind.
Look at this. One fungal. Rip.
We are at full.
Our pylon is under attack. You have not enough minerals.
And hunger.
This vessel shall defend. Channel the light divided.
Base is under attack.
Under rock. We are at Zak. Channel the light divided.
We face the enemy.
Phase crystal charged.
We are weak. We face the enemy.
vessel shall phase crystal.
Our minds are as one.
You have full power.
Your probes are under attack.
Calibrate.
My job.
Jesus! He was killing a lot of my stuff, but he lost all his... I mean, he lost so much supply in trading for my workers. Like, this is him trading for my economy. So, he had like almost half the army value of what I had. Even though he killed all my workers. Yeah, I was down to 10 workers. Whew, Jesus. Jesus. That was a game.